The very latest on the school bus situation in the city of Warwick. So the school district has been telling parents the school buses will be running as scheduled this morning.
Despite the drivers union voting to go on strike. Kayla Fish has been following this story for us. She joins us live at the bus yard in Warwick right now with more on where things stand.
Well, Patrick and Danielle, I can tell you that I've seen a handful of school buses head out for their morning route so far already, so that's certainly a welcome sight here in Warwick. But after spending the entire day yesterday negotiating, there's still no contract agreement between First Student Bus Company and the bus drivers union. And while union members ultimately voted in favor of going on strike, that does not mean that students will be left stranded this morning. The school district has told parents that they anticipate buses will run as normal this morning. The two sides signed a contract extension through which the union says guarantees buses will run as usual until then, as the two sides, the union and the bus company, continue working toward an agreement. A spokesperson for First Student says they're disappointed that the union rejected what they called a very generous wage and benefits package, telling 12 News in a statement the bus company is committed to remaining at the negotiating table and reaching a fair and equitable contract agreement. In terms of the vote to strike, a union spokesperson tells 12 News that it takes about 2 weeks to get ready before the work stoppage would go into effect, and the members are hoping it doesn't come to that.
We're here for the members, and we're also here for the Warwick community and the students. We don't want to interrupt anything as far as going forward with the schools, but we have a job to do.
We're looking for some guarantees for the workers so they can provide for their families, and we definitely do not want to disrupt any service, for the Warwick school community and students. And let's just hope for the best.
Again, the buses should be running as scheduled through next Friday. Of course, this is a frustrating situation for pretty much everyone involved, both the parents and the students, as well as the bus company, the bus drivers, and the school district itself. We'll hear from the superintendent and the message that she has for families coming up in the next half hour. For now, live in Warwick this morning, I'm Kayla Fish, 12 News.
Helping news out of Warwick, the school bus drivers union has voted in favor of going on strike as contract negotiations with the bus company continue.
So the school district has told parents that buses are going to be running as scheduled on this Friday morning. And Kayla Fish is live at the bus yard. We can already see some of the lights behind you. It looks like the buses are already moving.
Yeah, that's right, Danielle and Patrick. Plenty of activity here at the bus yard in Warwick this morning. Certainly a welcome sight as we've seen school buses head out for their routes this morning. The district did notify parents last night that the school buses should be there to pick up students this morning as the bus company and the drivers union continue to work towards coming to some sort of contract agreement. This despite the union members voting to go on strike last night after a day of negotiating once again ended with no contract agreement between the two sides. Union members ultimately struck down a tentative agreement that had been reached by ATU Local 618 and First Student Bus Company earlier yesterday afternoon. Now, a spokesperson for the bus company says they're disappointed, saying the wage and benefits package that they offered the union was very generous. The two sides have agreed to continue negotiating through next Friday, with both sides saying that means there should be no disruption to bus service through then. This whole back and forth frustrating for all involved, including the superintendent of the Warwick School District, who says while she's heard concerns from parents, the situation is out of her control.
It's very difficult and frustrating for me. I want to be part of the solution, but I'm not part of the negotiation team. We all want children in school. So it is frustrating that I can't move this process along.
Now, I mentioned earlier that union members did vote in favor of a strike, but that does not mean that work stops right away. The union reps tell 12 News it needs to be approved by the union at a national level, a process that typically takes about 2 weeks. But the union members are hoping that it doesn't come to that. Both sides are hoping to reach some sort of contract agreement by next Friday. Live in Warwick this morning, I'm Kayla Fish, 12 News.